Hi everybody, this is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours. I'm just making an update video to the December video that I made a few weeks ago that feels like months ago because just so much seems to have happened energetically and also physically since then, and I know that there's a few of you struggling out there. I'm finding it quite hard going myself at the moment, and so I thought, okay, what should we do about this? Shall we just ignore it and pretend it's not there, or shall we actually acknowledge it head on and look at it, deal with it? So what follows is some personal observations, obviously some channeling from Archangel Metatron, and some colour hopefully to help illuminate whatever it is that's happening in your life at the moment. First thing I want to say is that for me generally I've always loved Christmas. I'm a real Christmas person. I love the build up to it, I love the day itself. I love the giving. I'm just putting my candle into shot there. I love the giving and the receiving of presents. I think that's really important to me. Get a lot of pleasure from it. But this year, I don't think I'm the only one. I just feel like I'm struggling a bit with it. And it's not for maybe some of the reasons that I might have cited last year to do with commercialization, which a lot of us struggle with. It's just actually that it feels that since the last new moon, which was on the 11th of December, there is just so much coming up to be looked at and transformed and dealt with. And I'm sort of standing back a bit in awe, actually, of the way that the whole year has been panning out. And it really is, for those of us that maybe know that there was something maybe we needed to be doing or looking at or facing in 2015, it's as though this intense period between the 11th of December and the 25th of December, which is a Cancer full moon, is like the final sweeping away. And I'm absolutely going through this with you at the moment. I can't really say too much about that at this time because it's personal. I will allude to it when I can another month when I'm through the other side of it. But suffice to say, it's a difficult period. And a few things have struck me, okay? And I'm hoping that this will help you if you're going through difficulties at this time as well. We talked a lot earlier on in the year about the arrival of fifth dimensional consciousness, and that this would be something that would help us. It would help us to live our life in a different way, to hold a different vibration. And I'm really noticing that since the challenges came in, that I'm not responding in the way that I would have done in the past. And the main thing that's really striking me is that I think when we are faced with challenge from a fifth dimensional perspective, it's about not going into the drama of it. And I've talked about this before, but I think it's a really important concept. So not to be drawn into the concept at a third dimensional level, to see the higher perspective in anything that is happening in your life at the moment. And if you are one of the people like me who's facing loss, the sweeping away maybe of what you have known up to this point in time, know that that is happening for a higher purpose, a higher reason, and it is to prepare the way for something much better to come in a natural time frame. But we have to acknowledge that at human level, it can be quite difficult to go through. But we are protected, we are held, and we are supported at all times by Archangel Metatron, who is not causing difficult things to happen to us or bringing things to an end or closure for the sake of it. It is to propel us forward to the next phase of our life. And I actually want to say the next phase of our life rather than the next year. So obviously we have a new year energy coming in, but anything that's being swept away at this moment whether it is the loss of people that we love in our life, whether it is to do with situations ending, jobs ending. There are so many things happening for so many people at this time, but it's big changes that are coming in. It reminds me a lot, actually, of the build up to 2012 and that date that we all sort of hung on for and waited for something to happen. And there was massive clearing just before that. And it feels quite similar to now and what we're going through. I have definitely read that the 25th of December, there is a full moon in Cancer, offers another big portal opening up for our world. I've said that to you many times probably during this year, and there will be other portals that open up through into 2016. But make no bones about it, this is a big event happening on the 25th of December, tied in with Christmas Day. And what Metatron is saying to me is, unlike other portal periods, so take for example 11/11, which I certainly celebrated with a group of like-minded people here in Bournemouth, that scenario was able to be played out with like-minded people. We were able to gather, whether it was on solstice or other portal periods, with people who share our values, our beliefs, and there was a kinship and a support that came from being together. What's going to happen on the 25th is that this huge portal of light is coming in, and we're being asked to transform and let go of old skins, as it were, when we are in the middle, when we are cradled by our family. And many people have problems with family. I don't know hardly anybody, to be honest, that doesn't have an awkward member of the family, some issue in the family, some skeleton in the cupboard. You know, there's always something to do with family dynamics, family karma, that is there on show on Christmas Day when everyone gathers around the table and are sort of forced to be happy and jolly, and maybe you're not feeling happy and jolly. So on top of all of that this year, we've got this very strong energy coming in, which is of transformation. And the full moon in Cancer, of course, is also to do with the home as well. So it does feel as though our home life, our family life, our personal relationships are really being highlighted in this particular period. And that's particularly also being challenged by Uranus going forward also on Christmas Day itself, which is the planet of change, disruption to the old order. So I really feel that we need to be able to hold our own peace over the next couple of weeks. And I don't know about you, but the main thing that I'm really craving at the moment and needing more than anything is silence, my own space, and space and silence actually are really, really sacred and really important to my soul at this time. Space in particular can be quite hard to find this time of year. If you think about, even if you're going shopping, the shops are all crowded, the roads are more busy than normal. You are invited to many different things, and you know, they may be lovely things, but sometimes again you're not necessarily in the mood for them, or you can just be going along and you take your baggage in with you to the party. So if you're already feeling low or depressed or struggling with anxiety or any other condition, being forced into a situation where you are having to put on your party face, your happy face, your Christmas face, it can be really difficult for some people. And I'm feeling that this year myself. But I'm also knowing that we will be given the the spiritual support that we need at this time. But it is so important to go within and to just make that connection into your higher self. And we're aided with this by one particular spray within the Archangel Metatron range, which is the lilac light energy. And I'm just going to go and reach for it, and we're just going to connect to it and just go within, just to feel the sanctuary of that at this time of year where it all gets a bit overblown and there are so many conflicting energies around, and we also have this big portal coming in. We've really got to look after ourselves over the next couple of weeks. So let me go and reach for the lilac light energy. which is here. Realising I've worn a lilac scarf. I didn't know that's not planned. Let's bring the flame in a little bit more so we can see that. Okay, beautiful lilac energy. Doesn't show up particularly well on the screen, but it's a lilac bottle. And let's just go in and see what the message is from Archangel Metatron for us. Putting a lilac flame around yourself, letting go of all that no longer serves you, letting go of all the stress, all the tension, detoxifying, lightening, relaxing the muscles, relaxing the organs of the body, relaxing the mind, relaxing your shoulders where you hold much tension and stress, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your back. Just letting that wave of relaxation, lilac light, just flow down over you and through you, helping to rebalance, recenter, and for you to come back to yourself. Pay no heed of much of what goes on around you this month. Be aware that you are master of your own emotions, your own destiny. The way that each day plays out is up to you. Whatever is going on around you, whoever is around you, allow this Christmas time to deepen your experience of your own self, your own needs, your own desires, your own talents, your own gifts, areas that need healing, that need nurturing, support that needs to be called in on. Know that I, Archangel Metatron, am with you. And this period in the lead up to the 25th of December and then onward to New Year signals not just a breath of fresh air coming into your world, but a huge doorway that is opening. A huge doorway of opportunity, of blessings, but the old must be let go of to allow the new to come in. Do not fear this, for I am with you. Do not fear the future. Feel my love, feel my strength, feel my guidance. Know that I am with you always. To maximize the opportunities that come up this December in terms of opening up to this influx of light that is coming in, what can we do to help ourselves? The most important thing at the time, I think, is to not just nurture ourselves, look after our own physical bodies as well, actually is coming through quite strongly. And that would be true for any month of the year, wouldn't it? But I'm hearing it strongly this December, because if you think about light body activation, which is what we have all been experiencing and going through in 2015 and will continue into next year, our cells are recalibrating within our body. They're being filled with more light. And what that means is that we become more sensitive. So we also become more sensitive to toxins. We become more sensitive to overindulgence, whether it's in food, drinking, smoking, late nights, whatever it is. You need to be looking after yourself better than you usually do at Christmas time. So there is a nurturing that comes up there. I also feel, though, that it's about documenting how you feel a lot of the time. If you can't communicate, document it, write it down, talk to Metatron, communicate to him, Tell him your fears, tell him your worries. It doesn't have to be spoken out loud, but it does have to be communicated in some way. And writing things down is a really good way to be able to do that as well. I've drawn a few cards for this period that we're in, December, and I'll just show them to you now. The first one is the card of the higher intellect. And again, we've got this beautiful purple colour coming through very strongly. It's a number 9 that again signifies an end of a cycle, a beginning of a new cycle. And we have the pyramid and we have circles as well. So the circle, obviously the circle of life, again, completions, new beginnings coming in. The pyramid linked into our solar plexus, our power center. But the higher intellect here, making sure that you're connecting into your higher self at any one moment. If you're facing challenges in your life, be aware, are you responding to that situation or that person from your higher self's perspective? And make sure that you are, as much as you can do, bring yourself back to that, because your higher self is the voice of love, is the voice of wisdom. And if you keep in track with that, you won't go wrong in how you're communicating, how you're acting, and how you're behaving. The second card that came up is the energy of the sun, something that in the northern hemisphere we don't see a lot of for quite a few months now, really. But the sun as the life force of our world. I sent some Christmas gifts out actually to a few of my friends, and a few of them are struggling at this moment, and I've actually sent them the Joy Spray. It's a really good spray in the Metatron range for just helping to lift depression, low mood, SAD at this time of year. Linking into the colour yellow and gold is really important this month as well. And also the promise of not just new beginnings, but focus on the beautiful sunflowers that grow tall and proud from a very small seed. Also got the card of attunement, and I often use this as a card when I'm attuning people to Metatron, but for December it's symbolic of these energies that are coming in around Christmas Day and then going forward up to New Year as well. So make sure you're open to receive them, keep your chakra system as clear as you possibly can to maximise that as well. We have the card of the Empress. This is the divine feminine energy that is entering our earth at this time and really wanting to be seen, acknowledged and heard. Her time for hiding is over, and it's time for the divine feminine to really rise up and to help our world move out of a patriarchal way of war, aggression and hatred to one of love, compassion, understanding and unity. So definitely the divine feminine energy is with us, balanced by the male shamanic energy that we've got shown here as well. This is card number 5. Because I suppose I specialise particularly in... Oh, okay, that's very interesting. It's done that there. I love the way that Spirit have a sense of humour. Sorry, I'm not going to re-record this video. It will stand, as it were, with me jumping. What I was going to say is that because I tend to specialise in the angelic kingdom, my shamanic roots are not always as strong as they could be. And I think that candle is just sort of leaping to attention, saying, well, sort it out, Amanda. Actually, I had a healing myself with somebody recently, and I pride myself on being a very grounded person. I am a grounded person. But again, because of all these new energies that are coming into the earth at this moment in time, I wasn't particularly grounded on that day, and actually the healer had to really tie my earth star down very firmly right into the core of Mother Earth, and actually it wanted to sort of disentangle itself again. So again, that might be linked to challenges that I'm going through in my own life at the moment and not really wanting to put my foot down. But it's important to keep grounding at this moment in time. The Archangel Sandalphon spray, the bronze spray, is fantastic. Getting yourself out on bare earth is the best way to do it though, and just connecting into nature. It's so important at this time. Just want to see what else I'm picking up from this card. I'm seeing the incense smoke and sage that is being burnt. So the need to keep purifying our environment, to keep purifying our own body, honouring the land, honouring our ancestors as well, honouring the spirits of the land, honouring the trees and the wisdom of the trees. The colour green, so important at this time as well. Beautiful colour, emerald green, one of my favourite energies at this moment actually. The owl, you know, the animal that comes out at dark and is actually able to see far and wide and swoop down on something very small that the human eye wouldn't be able to see. The owl as a totem of wisdom as well with many of us at this time. And I do think there's something here about the light in the dark with the owl as well. The owl is powerful at night. It is when it comes into its own domain. And so too, I'm hearing Metatron say, when we go through dark and challenging times in our own life, that's often when we come into our own as well. That's when we can shine the most bright, make the most difference, and learn the most as well, even though it can be difficult. The final card that comes up is one from a different deck, and Metatron, being Metatron, I guess wanted to have the final say with the final card because it's the rainbow and it's the card of blessings. So whatever's going on around you at this time, however this period feels between these powerful new moon and full moon phases and then the run up to New Year's Eve itself, ushering in so much that is new, asking us to transform at a deeper and more intense level than we ever have done before. This is the message, and it says, blessings. You are being showered with light. Your creativity is being stirred, activated, set alight. An endless stream of rainbow colour stems from your heart. So keep your hearts open this remainder of December. Keep your ears open to hear spirit. Keep your eyes open to be able to see the way clearly ahead. And honour your soul, honour your heart. Go in deep within to yourself to hear your own inner voice, to ask Archangel Metatron for signs, for synchronicities, for symbols. He can't do it all for you, but what he can do is support you, steer you, and help you through this period. I wish you a very happy Christmas, whether you're in a good place, fantastic if you are. If you're in a place where it's more challenging this year than normal, also I wish you peace and I wish you the best of this season. Much love. Bye for now.